We are back live from Los Angeles. This is the Call of Duty Championship presented by Xbox. Chris Puckett and Benson up in the booth, and we could not be more excited about the match in store for us here on the Xbox main stage.
I cannot wait. This is going to be one of the best games of the day. Just the ultimate game to really end on today. I really think it's going to be fantastic. The winner of this game as well, playing Optic Gaming in the winners final.
That's right. If you didn't see the upper bracket just a few moments ago, Trident T1 Daughters made it to the winners semifinals representing Australia strong, but Optic took them out. They will be in the winners bracket final. Now we'll find out who they will face. Complexity versus Faze on the main stage. And let's bring out our first squad wearing red, both squads today. Here they come on out. Let's hear it for Faze. We got Proofy, JCap, Replays, and Classic. And first, it looks like we got Complexity here. We got Aches, TP, Karma, and Crim6. Of course, Aches with the red hair on the left. TP there, he is the OBJ mastermind. Karma, the world champion for Black Ops 2, looking for back-to-back titles, and the Crimbot, one of the nastiest players in the business.
Then you look at that Faze lineup. You've got those first two players, JCap and Proofy. They finished second place this time last year, followed up with Classic, who is just that wild, not really a wild card, but just a sensational player, the X Factor. And then you have Replays. What can you say about this guy? He's an objective mastermind. He's a wizard. He can slay. He's just all round he's amazing. I just love watching him play.
He is so good. He's can awesome. Do everything, whatever the team needs. But, as a lot of the pros like to say, Faze's wins are determined by how well Replays plays in that series. When he's quiet, they struggle. When he's hot, they crush. They're going to need him to be hot because Complexity has been steamrolling the competition with 3 and O's up to this point.
They really have been. And Faze, they're the only team historically who have really put up a challenge and not been able to beat them. You know, we've had a couple of teams which have managed to pick up wins against Team Complexity, obviously Strictly Business at the US Finals, and then Unite Gaming, you know, what seems like ages and ages and ages ago. That was back on Black Ops 2. But you look at that Faze lineup, they've gone 2-0 up against the best team in Call of Duty. That's just a fact. I think everyone will agree that Complexity are the best team.
Oh, yeah.
And Faze, they've gone 2-0 up twice and managed to throw it away. I spoke to Replays before the game, and I said to him, if you go 2-0 up again, and you let them come back on you, I'm going to walk into that booth and I'm going to slap you across the face. And he was like, I will personally make sure that doesn't happen. So game 3, if Replays doesn't drop 40 kills, I'm going to be very mad. It's
all about the blitz. That's where Faze falls apart. They're very comfortable in domination. They are so comfortable in search and destroy, arguably their best game mode. But in blitz, Complexity is just so strong. So Faze, they need to come out hot. They need to continue what they've done at the last 2 events. You see JCap getting ready, taking some drinks, getting this one geared up, ready to go. What is going to be the key to success for Faze today?
Faze need to just make sure they play exactly how they have done in the past, at the start at least. Definitely don't finish that way. They just want to make sure they have that strong start in domination. They can just slay so well. You know, Proof and JCap, fantastic players. You add Classic, just the X factor of that team. He can drop serious numbers, and then Replays. You know, he can jump on flags. He can get those kills. He can drop serious numbers. And you know, just going into this series, they need to just remember they can beat Complexity. They can do it. They have to have that belief. If they don't have it, they're not going to win. It's that simple.
Proofy has been one of the nastiest slayers this entire tournament. I haven't seen his exact kill-to-death ratio, but whenever I look at him, he has at least 20 on the board when it comes to the respawn game modes. If he can keep it up, he is going to be able to battle back against Crim6, battle back against Eggs, who have had the hot hand today. But on the other side, Complexity. We talked about their versatility. Let's talk about the individual strengths. When you look at Crim6, this guy just has some of the most accurate gunshots in the game, right up there with Proofy, and he is emotionless. He plays the same if they're winning, if they're losing. He will bring the same A game. The only thing that I have seen out of him is a little bit of a smirk after he kills all 4 members of the opposing squad. We saw that on Friday.
Yeah, just a wry little smile. He'll get the ace or just a 4-piece of black, and then carries on playing as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, you've got Aches in the booth going, "Let's go, Crim! You're the best player in the game!" And Crim's just sat there going,
"Yes."
That's about it, yeah.
All right, now
pretty much exactly like that.
Now, Karma was arguably the best player around the world in Black Ops 2. I definitely would give him that crown, in my opinion. he's not even talked about very much here on this Complexity squad compared to the other guys, but he is still the exact same player we saw last year when he took home the $400,000 and that ring. We'll see what he brings to the table here in our first game. It's going to be domination on Strike Zone, a very short-range map, lots of MTARs, all kinds of SMGs, and we'll see if either team is going to be using some unique strategies. Off the break, we're going to see the Ghost Squad will be Faze. Our Federation team going to be Complexity. And who do you want to watch off the break? I kind of want to see what Karma is bringing to the table, the returning world champ.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see if Karma can start this domination Strike Zone off with a bang. He's the only player who can potentially be 2 times world champion in a row now. Let's have a look. He's going to need a good start, though. See if he can try and pick up this kill in Kitchen. It's close, but he decides to back off just using that intelligence.
And here's the patience. Karma going to let his teammates go. And he says, you know what? Why shoot when you can just knife them? Super fast reactions, pre-firing the doorway. He will go down. Meanwhile, TP, he's going to be so sneaky here at C-Flag, just baiting out C, knows that a player will be coming, picks up that kill. His teammates up top on the stairs, and it's really TP's job to keep C in control. Crim6 is going to get that call out. Now he has to deal with the last player. Easily takes care of Classic. Karma in the kill feed again, and it looks like off the break, 13-7, B and C control here for Cole.
Complexity had such a good breakout. They managed to grab those 2 flags, and you finally see Faze trying to make a play on that C flag. The problem for Faze realistically here is this Complexity team they're playing right now is on top form. The last couple of times they played them, they've had a few lapses in their gameplay. It's never really been 100%. This is the Complexity that's going to win every single time. That's what Faze are up against right now.
So Faze has been able to kind of hold forward against their previous opponent. So far, I'm seeing a little bit slower gameplay as these players are not necessarily charging as much as they normally would. I want to see, are they playing scared or are they just being cautious here? Replay is going to challenge around the corner. That's an aggressive move that you like to see. Lots of confidence there as he takes out Crim6 in the bar.
They have secured that B flag, but you can note on that minimap, A is going to go straight back to Complexity, but a big defensive kill came out from Proof. That was huge. Saw that on that minimap. So now Faze, for the first time in the game, with a 2-1 flag advantage. Alpha and Bravo in their control, and they're actually going to push for the trip gap. Replays on your screen, picks one.
Wow.
There's the second as well. Whilst on C flag, this guy, he can do it all.
Replays almost has C, has to defend it one more time. 3 straight kills at C will give them that control. Climbing back in the scoreboard, you can see 25-34 here for Faze. JCap going for A, B still locked down. Complexity did just regain C control, but they will now have the 2-1 flag advantage. You got JCap working here with Replays, but Crim6 coming in to shut it down.
Yeah, good stuff coming in from Crim6. He's going to try and cap that flag, and that's just inconvenient timing there more than anything for Proof. The minute he looked away, Crim jumped down. Did he neutral it? He did get that flag neutral. So that's good for Complexity. It's a 6-point game, 2.5 minutes still to go as everyone just rotating around. And this is why domination on Strike Zone is going to be so good between these 2 teams. Both fantastic at rotating.
We talked about Replays needing to have a hot start. He and Provy are on top of the leaderboard, 12-7 for Proof. Replays 11-4. What a fantastic start here from Replays, who just got B control. No, he doesn't, says Karma and Crim6. They're in the kill feed. All 4 down for Faze momentarily. Let's go back to Crimbot.
Crimbot making his way outside, headed towards A, decided he didn't need to go there, back off, wait for Faze to push through from C towards B. Very heads-up play, getting some good communication clearly from his teammates. As Crim, he doesn't even need to do
anything. No need, Karma's taking care of business here.
He's just like, hey, don't even worry about it, Crim. I got it.
Nice slide there by JCap to pick up the kill on Karma. Crim will clean it up. The one more challenger from the kitchen, and lots of confidence again from Replays. Pushing in here, 14-5, going for his second capture.
And you can see on your screens the Twitter poll. Which team will advance? Hashtag Complexity, hashtag Faze. JCap nearly picking up that 2-piece, guys. Make sure you're voting on Twitter. Use hashtag CoD Champs as well. It's going to be an insanely close series. It's a 6-point game at this point as JCap gets taken down. Looking at that flag control, you've got Faze with C. That's pretty comfortable. However, Complexity, and they just flooded that B flag, and it's going to be back under their control with 60 seconds remaining.
Nice vector hip fire here from Replays. He's going to continue to stop the push outside of B. 3 straight kills. Replay 17-6. looking like a world champion himself. On the opposite side, his slaying duo, we got Proofy here in this game, picking up another big kill at C. That'll keep Faze's control. A is being neutralized, however, and it looks like Ix is going to be taking it. No, he will not. Replays again will stop Ix from regaining A control, 61 to 70, as it looks like we have Faze still trailing coming into the last 30 seconds.
Replays is having just a game of his life so far. However, 3 plays do go down. It's going to be down to him to try and clutch that A flag. Karma's going to clean him up. Last 20 seconds, it's looking like Complexity will be able to build themselves back up a little bit of a lead with a 2-1 flag advantage. It's a 10-point lead right now. I think it's probably going to end at 12 going in at the half. JCap, fantastic stuff on the B flag. There's 2. Can he find the 3rd? He's going to be right in front of him. Not going to happen.
Ix, he just heated up at the end here, man. He was negative, then he ends +2, 15, 13, and 4, trading lots of kills until that 5-point spree. But really, the story of this first half is that Replays is here to play. Right. Classic showing that nerves may be getting the best of him. Normally, he's up there at the top of the leaderboard, currently 8 and 15.
I think the big problem there for Classic really was the fact that he had nothing to kill. Replays was just running around killing everything.
That vector is so strong on strike zone.
So good. And it's going to be Complexity now going into that second side with a very fragile 13-point lead. That between 2 top teams in North America is absolutely nothing.
Cole, not even excited.
Look at Craig.
After winning that first side.
He's just like, yep, beep, 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 beep.
Keeping his hands warm there on the Xbox One. Karma getting ready to game up. Everyone making sure that they are ready to go. Here's a look at the stats one more time. Ix, 15, 13, 4 caps, 13 kills even for Karma. Krim, actually -1 after a hot start, and TP also 3 caps to his name, but -4. On the other side, it's because of Replays. 18 and 10, the most positive in the game, +8 with 2 caps.
You have to think, how scary is that? Replays has just dropped 18 kills. Proof has just dropped 16. They seem to be playing so very well, yet still, they weren't able to pick up the first half. It went to Complexity. And that's that versatility, which we heard TP really talking about. You know, they can all mix it up. They can jump on flags when they need to. No one's afraid. They don't have any of those players who are like, I'm just here to get kills.
Nope.
I'm not jumping on flags.
No greedy players on this squad. Nothing but people who want to become world champions. So let's see what they bring to the table here on the second side. Complexity has a nice 13-point advantage. Faze could easily come back, but they need to get 2 flag control from the break.
And that's going to be the very, very tough thing, because Complexity is just going to be so aggressive off the start.
Right.
I expect to see a similar form of aggression as we did in that last side, because they started that first side very, very well. Faze just took a little bit to warm up, and then once they got themselves back into it, Replays really started to catch fire. Can he do a similar thing? That's what's going to be needed. That's what really is scary. If you're a spectator watching this game, if you're a neutral fan, you've got to think, well, Replays has to do that every time, but even better for a chance of winning.
From the Federation spawn, I want to watch Faze off the break. Will they send a player up top into that bridge to help fight off the players trying to rotate to C? That is a move that you're going to see TP most likely try and do right off the beginning. And here is Proof getting ready for a player to jump up. No one here to contest it, though, as it looks like Cole wants to fight in the bar. TP is going to get A, but it's going to be Krim 6 working with Karma inside.
And Krim trying to get the kill. No, he can't. Classic just peeks around the corner, picks up 1. Proof cleans up the 2nd. TP needs to try and go big here on the B flag, and this is Faze rushing straight into that B flag. JCat with a huge 2-piece as well. That flag is going to be Faze's. There should be an extra kill, but Crimsix, is he going to try and take it away from him? Classic, this is going to be a huge gunfight. Classic needs to stay alive, and he needs to wait for some support. But look at the amount of Complexity players swarming into that B side.
All 4 there, and Faze says, go ahead, guys. We're going to trap you in there, hopefully. They're going for A. Unable to get their kills, though. You see Replays held with the donut. Classic finally on the board there with his 2nd kill, and now A is being taken back here by Cole. Ix 5-1 to open things up. The captain starting off strong here for Complexity.
Faze had fantastic rotation there to try and keep them in a 2-1 flag advantage. The big problem was Complexities was just simply better, and they've managed to hold the 2-1 lead, and it's mainly because of this man on your screen. Ix 7-1, 6-point streak to start things off. Low on ammo, though. He's going to have to go for a knife here. He only has 6 bullets left.
Don't worry about it. He actually picked up some bonus ammo.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It's all good.
All good. And Krim, he is going to be rotating on the outside of this bar, trying to stop any pushes into B. No grenades left. He will be taken down. Does TP have anything? He's actually going to be making the push to C. I like this decision.
Yeah, really smart heads-up play. If he can try and get this neutral, it's going to be big for Complexity. Kill comes in. That was on Classic, dodges the nades as well. Can he get the kill? No, he can't. Replays with a big defensive stop, and that's what Faze are going to need to do every single time. They had that 2-1 flag advantage. It looks like Classic has rotated back down towards the A flag. That's a must-win fight. Aix is going to clean him up. JCap trying to rotate down the middle, just not having any of it. They need to shut down Aix at this point. He's 11-3, Puckett.
Aix just dealing with every challenger that comes his way. And let's see what he's going to do. They have him trapped in bar for the moment. Aix blocking down the front. Everyone else trying to go out the back entrance. And we got Crim6 trying to shut that down. 2 go down. So here comes Faze back out to sea. TP knows I need to work with a teammate here. He's going to wait for Aix, and here comes the duo.
Oh, just easy. Just as you say, the duo, they both pick up kills simultaneously. TP turns around, looks towards Kitchen. Another kill for Teep. He's 7-3 as well. Got to give him some massive props. And Complexity are just slaying machines. It just seems like Faze can't keep up.
Do you see that rotation? Aix knows where his teammate is firing, knows that someone's going to try and come out of Kitchen, and before that player can get a shot off, Aix is already shooting him in the back. That is why Complexity is the best squad in the world, in my opinion.
They're on another level, especially when they're playing like this. You have to question, can anybody really beat them when they're on this much of a form? Aix with another 2-piece. If he gets his third, no, please.
He's challenging.
Oh my God.
He gave away his position, wanting that player to challenge. It pays off, and he wins the battle. Once again, 17-4. I mean, replays went huge at 18-10 last game, but Aix says, I'm atop that. Crim6 currently on your screen. 8-6 has been pretty quiet, not needing to get the kills. He has been very instrumental in the captures, though. 3 caps to his name as he's looking for kill number 10.
I mean, you look at the scoreboard for Faze, 4-11, 5-10, 6-13, 6-12. Everyone double negative or more for Faze. And when it comes down to it, if you're getting those kills, it makes objective-based work so much easier. Aix, will you please stop with stuff like that? That is some next-level accuracy right there.
If you guys remember to last year's CoD Champs, Optic Gaming took them all the way to game number 5. A big game, or big final round there from Scumpy sealed the deal as Complexity fell short of their goal. This year, though, they are angry, they are hungry, and they are looking so strong. Karma on your screen. And he is going to be going for C. Everyone else trying to go for this A control. Karma in a one-on-one. Nice play there by replays to take him out from under the truck. Meanwhile, Aix and crew are shutting down A, just happily waiting for challengers up top.
You know, you look at the scoreboard, 66-66, tied game, 35 seconds left. How have FaZe been able to stay in this game? They are just so good at rotating. It's a 13-point deficit. They're going to need to push for the trip cap if they have any chance, and that trip cap is actually on right now. A flag is neutral, but Aix, for Complexity, he's going to jump on that B flag. 20 seconds left, 68-73. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, the neutralization of A and B as Aix will get control. 20-7 in this side alone here from Aix. He's gonna rotate around, find 3 more players in the bar. Meanwhile, his teammates just happy to let A stay untouched. Crim6 with the double, line him up, shut him down. Crim6 with a 2-piece in the final kill cam.
Do you know what? Just hit me. We could potentially have Complexity versus Optic Gaming.
Oh, yeah.
As a kind of like a rematch from last year.
That would be epic.
That was probably the most insane game from all of last year, bar the grand final itself. Can you imagine a rematch of that? CoD desperate for revenge. That has been something which has haunted them for the past year of their lives.
Crim6 finishing 17-11, but let's take a look back at the start. It was replays, lighting it up for FaZe. Down to the final 40 seconds, Karma is going to seal the deal. They go into the second half with a 13-point advantage, but on the second side, a nice break here as TP and Aix, the duo, working together, clearing out C. That's where they started to pull away. It was 40-35 at that point. The points pretty even. Nice rotation from FaZe, but Aix caught fire. 17-5 at that point. Didn't slow down. Challenge after challenge. Getting shot first doesn't matter. Winning almost every battle. Some big stops by replays at the end to keep it close, but they couldn't keep the trip cap. The rotation too strong from Cole as they take game number 1.
And then you get that hype coming in from Aix. He's one of those players, when he does get hyped, it becomes very, very scary. He just put up one of the best games I've seen him have for a very long time. 20 for 8 bucket.
What a round from Complexity. FaZe showing off some prowess as well. We'll see if they can answer back. Cole leads 1-0 in the best of 5. We'll be back with Search and Destroy after this.